And then the last game, Sunday night, 7:30, baby. We got you Miami Hurricane, baby, hosting the Notre Dame. Notre Dame. Oh man, that takes me back to the doc that they made about
Yeah, Catholics.
Catholics versus convicts.
Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, we're hosting. We got the home game on this one. It's gonna be our Carson Beck's opening game for the Miami Hurricanes. There's a lot of stuff going with Carson Beck and Miami's offense and Notre Dame's defense and all that. But I want to hear from you what you think is gonna happen.
Do you like Carson Beck, by the way?
I do. I do. I'm not gonna say that, and I was gonna bring this up later, like with the whole comparison to Cam Ward and all that stuff. I don't think it's really fair to really compare them. I think they're like two different dynamic quarterbacks. But I do. I think he's tough. I think he's smart. I think he knows how to read the defense well, especially the secondary. He's just got to show the clutch gene. He's got to show that he can be under poise as well, because Cam Ward was great at that, being under poise. And I think he could lead UM's offense, man. I think he could get them to wins.
Yeah, because you don't have any more of those like bitter and receiver types like Restrepo there anymore to kind of bail you out. And like you said, Cam Ward can move out of the pocket. He can run. He can extend the play. So if the offense doesn't show up as a whole, whether it's the offensive line or if it's just not having a good game in terms of how the defense is specking us, Cam Ward can make something happen, right?
Yeah.
Restrepo can make something happen. We don't really have that anymore. And this guy, Beck, is just a pocket guy. Now, Georgia, you have the benefit of having played every great team there is because your schedule's so tough. But at the same time, he is turnover prone. He throws a lot of random interceptions. So I'm glad to have him, not based on me just thinking he's just so amazing. But realistically, before Cam Ward, what were we doing QB wise? Nothing for years and years and
Nothing.
years and years. Nothing. All we had was a
Nothing.
lot of false promises. Every single player that was going to be
Great
great.
running backs, great
Yeah, great running back.
receivers.
Yeah, great receivers, great defensive players. One at a time, maybe not a whole collection of them, since
Individuals.
yeah, yeah. But quarterback wise, we never do anything. So
No.
even the guys I liked over the years, I knew I liked them as a fan, and I knew they were salvageable for our team. But realistically, in the big you know ranking kind of setting, we've never had any great quarterbacks in the past 15, 20 years. So I will take this for what it is. I'm not going to compare him to Cam Ward. I'm just going to compare him to recent history. And I don't even know. I think Notre Dame is probably still going to start CJ Carr. I haven't checked to see if that's going to be the case, but a lot of people high on him. But again, nothing to go off, no tape to look at. But I guess we'll see. Last time they played in Miami, I went down there. We dominated them. Whole different story. So I'm not trying to compare then to now. But if we can get the win in any sense, I don't care what it is, just any kind of win. I think schedule wise, we're set up pretty nicely if we can escape with this. But I just don't want to look like a duck week one, you know?
Yeah, same. And Notre Dame, they got a defense, man. They got a
Yeah,
they got a defense
they just came out of the championship game. They lost, but you know,
because they had no offense compared to Ohio State. I mean, like, let's be real. Yeah, they had a run game, and the QB was doing everything. He was running the ball, he was throwing the ball, but they really didn't have receivers like that. Primarily they were living off their defense, right? But Ohio State, they had defense and offense, man. And it's like when you're playing against a team that star-studded on both sides, against a team that is only on one side of the ball. I mean, I would say like 90% of that chance is gonna go towards the team that star-studded on both sides. But against us, man, dude, I was gonna ask you, like, what do you think going into this season about our defense? Because our defense last year was atrocious. It's like after week 4, week 5 was atrocious. So Cam Ward and the offense, they had to really make some magic to get some wins under the belt of Miami Hurricanes organization. But if it wasn't for him and the offense, man, we probably would have only won like 3, 4 games.
yeah, we're very. I said it all last year. Like my Saturdays look just like my Sundays. As a Cranes fan and a Bengals fan, It was Burrow, it was Ward, it was nothing else. No defense, no help. And I'm not saying, obviously Chase and other players, but it was the offensive or it was nothing else. And again, this is kind of where I feel like you feel about LSU, right? Oh, we knew about the defense 2 years ago, so we addressed some stuff. Did you? Because our linebackers were getting cooked. Now, granted, in terms of pass rushing and helping in the box, they looked okay. But in terms of preventing passes and all these easy, we were just getting cooked. Turnover chain retired, right? And then this year again, we said, oh no, we addressed that. We had a good draft class. Mario Cristobal, blah blah blah. He's slowly building it the right way, which I agree if you compare it to the previous years. But
Mm-hmm.
now we're a team with expectations. Number 10 coming in, an opportunity to finally show that we can be something. We're not skirting the 25 line. We don't have a rookie quarterback that can run but not throw. We have like actual expectations at this point in terms of how the ACC is going to look. So
Yeah.
uh, I want to say that it has to be better than it was last year, right? Kind of like the Cincinnati thing. But realistically, it could be more the same. I will say though that we'll probably be playing at a slower pace offensively than we are used to in the past few years. So I mean, maybe the dynamic of the stats defensively will come down a touch because of the fact that there's less possessions and stuff like that. But I, like you said, we hear this all the time from Miami defense. Miami defense is going to be great. Miami defense is going to be great. Meanwhile, I'm watching games and we're giving up 40 points every single game. So sure, I think it'll be a step better. Do I think it'll be great? No, I don't have enough hope for that built in me at this point. I've been beaten up too much.
Yeah, dude, I wish I had more hope for the defense, man. But it's just like I feel like we went from okay, we're gonna have great defenses and great skill players, but we're not gonna have quarterbacks. To okay, now we're gonna have good quarterbacks, but now we're gonna have sucky defenses. Sorry, we can't have best of both worlds. And it's like how do you expect to make it to the college football playoffs? How do you expect to get all the way to the national championship game? How do you expect to create basically a dynasty like these other colleges, Alabama, Ohio State, Auburn? The list goes on and on. Like we gotta be in the same realm as them, and the only way for that to happen is to have great defenses and great offenses together. Because it's not like the NFL where you can lose. All right, we can lose 5, 6, 7, maybe 7 games, and we can still make the playoffs. Nah, we lose 2 games. That's it. We're cooked. We're out
Yeah,
of there.
yeah,
And it's
especially in the
like, dude,
ACC. Yeah, no bragging rights there.
exactly, exactly. Especially in the ACC, this ain't SEC.
We didn't even
This is
make it last year.
ACC.
We didn't make it last year with as great as we played. They
Yeah.
kept us out.
Yeah, hopefully the defense does come to play, man. Hopefully we have a better defense, and hopefully Carson Beck shows us that he can. If he's gonna be a pocket passer, all right, cool, whatever.
He is,
Tom
yeah.
Brady was a pocket passer, I'll take it. But the thing is, though, you gotta show the poise because you could throw the rock, you can make good decisions. We've seen it happen. You're tough. You'll take hits. You'll get back up. But when it comes down to close games, and if we're having a defense like we most likely will, it's going to be a lot of close games. How are
Yeah.
you going to show yourself in the last 6 minutes of the fourth quarter when we have the ball and we're down a touchdown? Are you going to come
Yeah. I
down
mean,
and drill it, or you're going to be like, damn, you know what? I'm going to just lay down here and cuddle?
he's proven he can do it. He's also proven he gets those 3 interceptions in a game. So it's going to be interesting.
Exactly.
But I'm with him. I'm good with it. I'm willing to be a little patient. Tough way to start the season, blah, blah, blah. But it is what it is. This is where we're at. And this is the level we want to, like you said, you want to be Bama, you want to be LSU, you want to be Clemson. You got to get it done sometime. And every year we're top 10 in recruiting class. It's starting to creep up. We're doing better and better. So there's signs showing that we're ready to jump. But you can be as close to the edge of the cliff that you want to be, but till you jump, you can't fly. So let's just hope that for the first time in a long time, our team, not just Cam Ward, will step up.
Yeah. Facts. Facts.